Hey all, here at OS Reviews, you're watching our hands-on review of Monit. This is a wallet clip for smartphones that attaches onto the back of a case or a device, and you can store cards, cash, in addition to act as a kickstand for watching videos, and a grip for taking selfies and photographs. Of course, the concept isn't new to the market. We've seen devices like the Pop Socket, which has been very popular over the past few years. We did an extensive review on that a few years back. In fact, it's a customizable grip that is also meant to be used when taking images and collapses when not in use. But the Monit is offered as a more functional counterpart. There's more features than just being a grip for the phone. You can also, again, use it for a kickstand for storing cash. So on paper, it's a better value for your money. But it's still a little bit on the pricey side for now. You can get a pack of one for $20, and it comes in a number of different colors, from more conservative to more interesting designs that are more elaborate and customized over time. Taking a look at the first one, is just simply taped together like this. Not really sure if this is the full retail version of the box or not, but we have the first one, which is apparently the color would be the steel gray. And again, they are sold at $20 a pop for each color, regardless of what color that you ultimately choose. This is the kind of green version that they have. Nothing else inside as far as documentation is concerned. The box, though, is eco-friendly and can be simply recycled when you are done with it. And here is the red version as well. There's also, again, a black version and a white version, a navy version if you want to go with some alternative colors. Before we do a quick demonstration of how to apply it onto the back of a phone, I want to point out that another alternative that's a bit more generic would be a phone ring. That's been kind of popular lately as well on the back of your device, and it's commonly made out of metal. It protrudes a little bit more. It's a bit thicker than just having kind of a piece of paper or a piece of plastic attached onto the back. You simply pull on this tab over here and it locks into place for the grip, and you can put your fingers in there like this to hold the phone without having it fall when capturing a selfie with your arms extended. And it also acts as the kickstand, so you can watch movies. The angle itself is not adjustable, as you can see here, but at least you don't have to hold your phone for watching longer clips, let's say on YouTube, when you are somewhere where there is a desk available. When you're done, you simply push this back and it stays in place actually pretty well. This part is made out of elastic kind of plastic material, and the rest just includes two pockets for storing cash as well as credit cards, and it can probably hold, let's say, 2 or 3 cards on each compartment, or a handful of bills in each one as well. Inside, this is what it looks like. It has this pretty even stitching, as well as this synthetic fabric material that divides the individual compartments. And there's also a little bit of a hole on the very bottom here, which allows you to more quickly push up cards so that you don't have to kind of dig in with your hands. It makes the process of taking them out a little bit more easily. Other than those 3 specified features, in my opinion, it also acts as kind of a protective wrap of sorts, where you can put it onto the back of a really shiny phone, whether it's plastic or glass, to prevent the surface on the phone from getting scratched or damaged in the future if you don't want to put a case onto your smartphone. All right, so you probably would want a phone that has a slightly larger dimension as well. I would say roughly 5 inches or above. If you have a really small device, the Monit itself will probably not fit too well, just because it has a standard kind of credit card size. But depending on the specific model, you may have to kind of play around with it to get it to fit completely. I also have another Xiaomi phone here that has a case pre-attached that could also work quite well on the back here, just to provide some additional texture when holding it. And now for attaching it, you can see that the stitching on the back here is also red, which shows a good amount of attention to detail. And I'm just going to clean off the surface of my phone first before I attach it, and afterwards simply align it and pop it down. So I'm just going to remove it like this. So here's what it looks like when attached onto the back of the phones, and this red one is actually matching really well with the accents on this particular HTC phone. Alright, so let's try accessing some of the features next, such as the grip / kickstand. So I'm just going to pull this down, and if I want to, I can now hold the phone like this. You can see that it's not going to fall out anytime soon. The adhesive is actually very strong, so it stays in place quite well, and also doesn't add that much thickness or bulk to the back of the phone. But also when I set it down now, the first thing that touches the table is going to be actually this metal point along with the fabric, so it's not going to glide around quite as easily as well, in addition to preventing the back of the phone from physically scratching. So a very nice design there. And really the same thing goes on the Xiaomi phone as well. It's not going to fall out anytime soon, especially on a larger phone like this with a 5.7-inch screen. Having this grip is going to be quite comfortable if you plan on, again, taking images and you don't want to drop the phone accidentally, since it's a very large phone with just using one hand. So now everything is possible like this. I can also, of course, use it as a stand for watching media, just like with the HTC, and it's holding the weight of the phone pretty well. I have a few cards. I'm going to try tucking away into some of these pockets. So the first one, for instance, if I just pop this down, it's a little bit tight in terms of the fit, but it will squeeze in, and you can see a part of it is still visible on the bottom here, which I can use to pop out back again when I need to access it. Overall, it works for sure, but it's a much tighter fit than I originally anticipated, just because the back is completely glued down or stuck onto the phone. As a result, you can't really bend it or extend it open too much. So you probably can only fit one card into each compartment as I'm demonstrating this, because it's one card is already fitting in with a little bit of difficulty. So as a result, you probably won't be able to stick, let's say, 2 or 3 cards onto each compartment. So that's more or less it as far as our hands-on look at the Monit. I would say it's definitely functional and adds some practical features onto the back of your phone in an all-in-one design. It's not quite as elegant or as beautiful looking, in my opinion, as a pop socket, just because I think that has a slightly more clever look going forward. But at the end of the day, it definitely brings a lot of features to the table at roughly the same price, which could be worth looking into if you want to protect, add a kickstand, add a selfie grip onto your phone. That does work pretty well and can be color matched so that it seems pretty seamless as well when it comes to design as well as the fit. For more details, be sure to check in the links down below. And before ending this video, I'll briefly say that this company does also have some sponsorships and affiliations with some other YouTubers, such as Jake Paul. So it's a very interesting company and story that you may want to look more into just by clicking on their website. So thanks for watching this video here at OS Reviews. This has been the Monit accessory for smartphones.